Good evening, everyone. Right. We finished up to Punjab, Jammu and Kashmir, Punjab and Haryana, right? So we'll be starting from Himachal and then we'll move into Uttarakhand regions. Look at the map. Page number 13 are Jammu and Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Haryana and Uttarakhand political and physical map. We'll be able to see certain things like Chenab flows in the region. Yes. Then Ravi will be there. Vyas will be available. Sutlej will be available. Yes. With respect to the rivers, we'll start by our original flow. Can you see the mountain ranges in your physical map? Yes. 4 mountain ranges will be flowing through Himachal Pradesh regions from Zaskar, Pirpanjal, Dauladar, Shivalik. We discussed the 6 from north to south in the last class: Karakoram, Ladakh, Zaskar, Pirpanjal, Dauladar, Shivalik, out of which you will have Zaskar, Pirpanjal, Dauladar and Shivalik flowing in the particular place. Completely mountainous terrain. 70% of the vegetation is forest, 70% of the geographical area is forest. 70% of geographical area is forest. One of the less urbanized state. One of the less urbanized state in India. One of the less urbanized state in India. 70% of the area is of forest. Agriculture is a major economic activity. Agriculture is the major economic activity. Within agriculture, horticulture, floriculture, horticulture. When you say horticulture, what are the things that can be grouped into horticulture? Flowers, fruits, vegetables, medicinal plants, plantation crops, all those will be coming under horticulture. So we know that fruits, vegetables, flowers also comes under horticulture. Medicinal crops are also horticulture. Spices and condiments also come under horticulture. Vegetables, flowers, fruits, spices and condiments, medicinal crops, plantation crops. What do you mean by plantation crops? Cashew, areca nut, rubber, banana, coconut, palm oil, right? So horticulture plays a major role within that apple. Right? Tourism is another economic activity. With respect to the rivers, we saw the 4 major rivers. We started with it. We'll be able to see Chenab flowing here, then Ravi, Bias, Sutlej. Among the 4 rivers, Chenab, Ravi, Bias and Sutlej. Chenab, Ravi, Bias has origin in Himachal Pradesh. Chenab, Ravi, Bias has origin in Himachal Pradesh. Sutlej has origin in Tibet region. Sutlej has origin in Tibet region. With respect to the rivers of Punjab, right? Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, Sutlej, right? 5 rivers. We already discussed in the last class that only 3 rivers will be flowing in today's India's Punjab, which is Ravi, Bias, and Sutlej, right? Jhelum and Chenab will be, Chenab will flow from Himachal Pradesh to Jammu and Kashmir, and then it will go to Pakistan. Jhelum, Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh, Jammu and Kashmir regions, and then to Pakistan. So those 2 rivers do not flow through Punjab region, and in this again will be available only in the northernmost region, right? In this Jhelum, Chenab, the first 3 utilization will be with Pakistan. Ravi, Bias, Sutlej utilization will be with India. And what is SPDS in Himachal Pradesh? Please join the class on time, right? It's very evident because that is so common thing that I said, nothing new there. Zaskar, Pir Panjal, Dauladar, and Shivalik. Those are 4 ranges that is available in Himachal. That's what it said. Please join the class on time. Right? And with respect to the rivers, Sutlej meets Bias in India. The rest of the rivers within the Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Bias, all those will be joining the other river of Indus only in Pakistan. Only Sutlej and Bias meets within India. Sutlej meets Bias or joins Bias within India. Sutlej joins Bias in India. Sutlej joins Chenab in Pakistan. I'll keep it as an heading in Pakistan, and you can write below that. Sutlej joins Chenab in Pakistan. Ravi joins Chenab in Pakistan. Ravi joins Chenab in Pakistan. Chenab joins Jhelum in Pakistan. Chenab joins Jhelum in Pakistan. Chenab joins Jhelum in Pakistan. Jhelum joins Indus in Pakistan. So with respect to the rivers, Sutlej meets Bias. That is the only 2 rivers of the 5 major rivers joining within India. All the others will be joining in Pakistan regions. I repeat again, Sutlej joins Chenab in Pakistan. Ravi joins Chenab in Pakistan. Chenab joins Jhelum in Pakistan. Jhelum joins Indus in Pakistan. Everything will be joining in Pakistan. Only Sutlej and Bias will be meeting within India. And with respect to the rivers, we have 4 major rivers from north to south: Chenab, Ravi, Bias, and Sutlej. Chenab, below that Ravi, and then Bias. All 3 will be having an origin in Himachal Pradesh. Sutlej has origin in Tibetan region. Yes. And with respect to the rivers, we'll go one by one. And for the rivers which we have not discussed earlier, Sutlej, origin in Rakas Lake. Sutlej, origin in Rakas Lake in Kailash Mountains or Tibet. Sutlej's origin is from Rakas Lake in Tibet region. It enters into India through a pass called Shipkila. It enters into India or Himachal Pradesh, right? Himachal Pradesh part of India or India through a pass called Shipkila. Largest and fastest of the 5 rivers. What are the 5 rivers? Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas, Sutlej. Largest and fastest of the 5 rivers. Sutlej is the largest and fastest of the 5 rivers. Shall I? Major tributaries. Spiti. Can you identify Spiti? You will be able to see that very clearly in your political map of Himachal Pradesh regions. Spiti. Arjun Kunzun range. Arjun Kunzun range. Tributary of Sutlej. Kunzun range. Tributary of Sutlej. Next river. Ravi. Arjun. Bara Bangal. Ravi. Arjun. Bara Bangal. Bangal. Ravi. Arjun. Bara Bangal. It's a snow-capped peak. Snow-capped peaks. Fed by glaciers. Ravi, Arjun, Bara, Bangal, fed by the glaciers. So, perennial river system. In Himachal Pradesh political map, to the right-hand side of Pong Reservoir, you will be able to see a place called as Kangra, Kangra. Kangra. That's a place of origin in Himachal Pradesh. Shall I? Take this down, Mr. Write it down in Sutlej. The major hydroelectric power plants in Sutlej. Bakra, major hydroelectric power plants in Sutlej. Bakra, Baspa, Bakra, Baspa, Napta Jakri, Bakra, Baspa, Napta Jagri. These are hydroelectric power plants in Sutlej. And with respect to the Ravi River, the major HEPs, Chamira, Ranjit Sagar, major HEPs in Ravi, Chamira, Ranjit Sagar. The next one, Chenab. Origin from Baralachala. Chenab, origin from Baralachala. Two streams join together, Chandra and Bhaga. Chandra and Bhaga merge to form Chenab. The origin of Chandra and Bhaga is also Baralachala. I come again, repeat it. The river Chenab has an origin in Baralachala Pass. Two streams, one is called Chandra, another is called Bhaga, which merge together, and after merging we call it as Chenab. The origin of Chandra, origin of Bhaga is also Baralachala. Shall I? Next one, Bias. Origin Bias Kund. Bias Kund. Kund. Bias. Origin Bias Kund. Bias Kund near Rota Pass. Near Rotang Pass. Major tributary of Bias, Parbati, flowing through Parbati Valley. Parbati flowing through Parbati Valley. Parbati's origin is Manattalai Glacier. It flows through Parbati Valley. Major HEP in Parbati. Sorry, major HEP in Bias is Parbati. Major HEP in Bias is Parbati. Kangra is the place of origin of Ravi River. Yes, meaning Barabangal is located near Kangra, not Kangal, Kangra, Kangra. It's India. Yeah, thank you. And with respect to Yamuna, that is not in the southern part of Himachal Pradesh, in both physical and political map. In your political map, it will be very clear. Southern part of Himachal Pradesh, you will be able to see a place called as Giri, Gari. Right? And in Uttarakhand region, you will also see tones. We discuss about these two when we go to Uttarakhand regions. Giri and tones are tributaries of Yamuna. Giri and tones are tributary of Yamuna. Giri and Tons are tributaries of Yamuna. What is the one along with horticulture you told in floriculture? Flowers, production of flowers. Could you please repeat the point you just said about rivers? Which point, which river? Can you please repeat it? I think I saw the message and repeated all the points with the rivers. Kangra, I answered the questions for Kangra. Sir, for Chambal also we had Parbati as a tributary. Both are same. Not at all. That is the one which is available only in Madhya Pradesh region. This is Himachal Pradesh region. There is a huge spatial difference. The both goes by the same name. As we said earlier, you will also see much more rivers which are much similar names of dams or rivers, streams comes from the similar names. Repetition of names will be there, right? Giri and other names, please look into the map. Please look into the map. It's not just for the spelling I'm saying. It's easy for me to write tones. But if you don't look into the map, you will not be able to realize where it has been located. And they are not going to ask you the question just from Himachal Pradesh region. They will ask you with respect to the entire, for example, if they ask you with respect to entire Himalayas and you are arranging the order of the rivers from north to south, you seeing the map alone will be able to help, ma'am, right? Sir, whatever, right? I can't get Parbati and Manathalai glaciers. Parbati's origin is Manathalai glacier, Vinisha. Parbati's origin is from Manathalai glacier. The other name is Stones. Can you please say the point you said about Chenab River? Which point you want from Chenab River, right? Or you want the entire Chenab River to be repeated? Okay, ma'am. After discussing the HEPs, okay. Chenab as an origin from the place called as Baralachala. Chenab as an origin from the place called as Baralachala. Two streams called as Chandra and Bhaga joined together. Chandra and Bhaga joined together to form Chenab. Joined together form Chenab. And both Chandra and Bhaga as origin in Baralachala. Bakra is located in Himachal. Bakra located in. No. Tons is not the other name for Parbati. Tons is the tributary of Yamuna. Parbati is a tributary of Bias, which forms the tributaries of Indus, one after the other, right? Tons and Giris are tributaries of Yamuna. Fine. Okay. Moving to the next subsection within the Himachal regions. Tourist places. Shimla, the southern part of Himachal regions, you will be able to identify Shimla as Shimla Kalka Mountain Railway. Shimla Kalka Mountain Railway. It's a UNESCO heritage site. Shimla Kalka Mountain Railway is an UNESCO heritage site. Below Shimla, you will be able to see Solan, Solan, Solan. Hill station again. Solan, hill station. Yes. In Solan district, we have a place called as Baddi. All your cosmetics or any of the FMCG products, almost every single FMCG product that we have been consuming in the country, one particular industry or a factory is located in Baddi. Next time you buy something, just if you look into the place of manufacturing, they will be writing that Baddi, Solan, Himachal Pradesh. Baddi is a taluk or a town which is located in Solan district, not available in the map. 30% of India's pharmaceutical hubs are located in Baddi. 30% of India's pharmaceutical hub is also located in Baddi. Baddi is a place in Solan, a place for pharmaceutical hubs. 30% of India's pharmaceuticals is located in Baddi. FMCG companies are located in Baddi. FMCG, fast-moving consumer goods. Going to the northwest direction of Himachal Pradesh, Dharamsala. Northwest direction. Dharamsala, seat of Dalai Lama. Dharamsala, seat of Dalai Lama. Again, a tourist attraction. Above Dharamsala, we will have Dalhousie. A hill station created during the times of British. Important tourist site. Dalhousie. Above Dalhousie, you will be able to see Chamba. Again, all these are your hill stations, famous tourist destinations. Chamba is also known for cultural tourism. Going to the next subsection. We'll finish one or two subsections together and then we'll open the session for the doubts and the questions, right? Lakes in Himachal Pradesh. Next subsection, lakes in Himachal Pradesh. Number 1, Suraj Tal. Suraj Tal. Third highest lake in India. Third highest lake. We are speaking about the elevation where it has been located, right? Third highest lake in India. So where is the first and second located? Sikkim. Third highest lake in India. It's not in the map. Located in Lagulan, Spiti district. Third highest lake located in Lagulan, Spiti district. Lagulan, Spiti, near Baralacha La Pass. The next, again not in the map, Chandratal. We discussed, okay, I don't know whether we said it in this class or not. Nainital. Tal means lake, right? Nainital, like Chandratal, Surajtal, all those things. When they end by the word Tal, it is a lake. I said Nainital, that is not available in Himachal. I said Nainital because that is more commonly known, to give it as a reference. That's it, right? Chandratal, freshwater lake. Chandratal, freshwater lake. Ramsar site. Chandratal, freshwater lake. Ramsar site. Next one. Dagansar Lake. Next one. Dagansar Lake. Kulu, located in Kulu. Near Rotang Pass. Dagansar Lake, located. Dagansar Lake, located in Kulu near Rotang Pass. Sorry, strike it down. Dagansar Lake, located in Mandi district, M-A-N-D-A, Mandi district. That is not in the map. M-A-N-D-A, Mandi district, near a place called as Birbilling. Dagansar Lake, located in Kulu near Rotang Pass, near a place called Birbilling. Birbilling is known for paragliding in Himachal Pradesh. Dagansar Lake, located in Mandi district. பயங்கரமா ரூல் ஆகுது இன்னைக்கு. Repeat from the first. I'm really sorry. Dagansar Lake, located in Mandi district. Near Dagansar Lake or near Birbilling, Dagansar Lake is located. And Birbilling is known for paragliding in Himachal Pradesh. Birbilling is known for paragliding in Himachal Pradesh. Next one. Bhrigu Lake. This is located in Kulu near Rotang Pass. Bhrigu Lake, located in Kulu near Rotang Pass. The next one, Renuka Lake, R-E-N-U-K-A, Renuka Lake, largest lake in Himachal Pradesh. Renuka Lake, largest lake in Himachal Pradesh. Ramsar wetland in Shivalik Hills. Till now, whatever we have seen is naturals, right? Take down the man-made ones. You'll be able to see that in the map itself. The man-made ones is available in the map. Two major man-made reservoirs are available in the map. On the north, you will see Pong Reservoir, P-O-N-G, Pong Reservoir. Right? Pong Reservoir's another name is Maharana Pratap Sagar. Did we discuss any lake, any reservoir called as Rana Pratap Sagar? Madhya Pradesh. We would have discussed that in Madhya Pradesh. This one is Maharana Pratap Sagar. Pong Reservoir is also called by the name Maharana Pratap Sagar. Located in which river? Bias River. B-E-A-S, Bias River. Ramsar wetland. The site is known for migratory birds of Siberian crane. It's a bird. I think we Siberian crane. Shall I to the next one? This is not available in the map, so take it down. You'll be able to. Pando Reservoir, located in Mandi district. Pando Reservoir, located in Mandi district. So from the north to south, you will have Pong Reservoir first, and then Pando Reservoir, and then you will have Govind Sagar Reservoir, which is available in the map. Govind Sagar is formed by Bakra Dam. Is formed by the Bakra Dam. In Sutlej River. Formed by the Bakra Dam in Sutlej River. Govind Sagar is the third largest reservoir. Third largest reservoir. Number 1 is Indira Sagar. Indira Sagar in Narmada. In MP is the largest reservoir. Followed by Indira Sagar in Narmada in MP, largest reservoir. Second, Nagarjuna Sagar. Nagarjuna Sagar. Nagar. Nagarjuna Sagar in Andhra Pradesh. And the third is Govind Sagar. All the points at Yamuna, please. He said there are two tributaries of Yamuna flows through Himachal Pradesh. One is called as Giri, 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 which you will be able to see in southern part of Himachal Pradesh, Giri. The other one is Tons, Tons, that is not in the map of Himachal Pradesh, but you can see it in Uttarakhand region. Right? FMCG, fast moving consumer goods. Any reason for most FMCGs in Baddi? During the times of 2002, 3, 4, special category status has been, there was, in polity they will be discussing something called a special category states, which is not available now. We added earlier. The states which are located at the boundaries of Indian geographical region, which shares boundaries with the other countries, right? And also mountainous region. There are criteria for a state to get the special category status. It should be in the boundary state. It should be a mountainous terrain. Economic development should be less. Rugged terrain. So because of all these factors, why, sir? If it is in the border, there is always a possibility of threat. Attacking from the neighbor country can be there. So industrial development will not easily go there because all the investment you make will be lost, right? So and then if it is mountainous terrain, it's not easy for you to have the access. So all these reasons reduce the development. So special category states have been brought by the government of India, and they pushed for more industrial development, economic development in those states. And if you see in Himachal also, that is not kept closer towards the boundary of China or Tibetan region. It is kept far away from it within the Himachal. This is the southernmost region, strategically safe, still can use the provisions of it. That's what they did, and that's how most number of FMCGs went in there. Is there a cricket stadium at Dharmasala? Yes, there is a cricket stadium. Highest cricket stadium in the world is located in Dharmasala. Can you repeat, please, about Dalhousie? Dalhousie is a hill station created by the British time periods. Suraj Tal, which district? Lagul and Spiti. Why the second largest lake is not categorized under Ramsar? See, it is not about the size they give the status for Ramsar. They have the rules. You should have enough amount of biodiversity, and for that biodiversity also, they say these many numbers of species of birds has to be available. These many numbers of grasses has to be available, and that population of birds should be on this numbers for species within the species populations. So much numbers. If it has been fulfilled, you will be able to do that. It is not about the size. Smaller ones have been given the recognitions. If they can give you the criteria to be fulfilled, that's it. Surajtal, Lagul and Spiti. Pando Reservoir in Pando Lake. First largest reservoir. Indra, Sagar, Narmada, Madhya Pradesh. Surajtal. Repeat about Surajtal. Surajtal, located in Lagul and Spiti. Located in Lagul and Spiti, near Baralacha Pass. Near Bara Lacha La Pass. Third highest lake in India. And Surajtal has been asked by many, and I think I answered that. If you want again, please. Surajtal is located in Lagul and Spiti region. We'll discuss it when we go to Andhra Pradesh, India. Renuga Lake is in the Shivalik Hills. Explain the third slide. This one, right? Chenab has origin in Baralachala. Chenab has origin in Baralachala, and two streams join together to form Chenab, which is Chandra and Baga. Both Chandra and Baga has origin in Chenab. Chenab is a stream, Baga is a stream, both join together, and after that Chenab will be there. Your Chenab, Chandra, Baga, all three has origin in Baralachala. Ravi River slide, please. Which is the Ravi River slide? Bigru Lake, Kulu, near Rotang Pass. Okay. We'll move. With respect to the minerals, next subtopic, minerals. Mandi, rock salt, ROCK, rock salt. Mandi, rock salt. Lagul and Spiti, antimony. Mandi, rock salt, Lagul and Spiti, antimony. Antimony is used for flame retardants and for alloys in batteries. Lagul and Spiti, antimony. Antimony is used for flame retardants and alloys in batteries. HP, Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh is the leading producer of shale. Leading producer of shale, SHALE, shale. Himachal Pradesh also has limestone explorations, and we have discussed in the past, when there is a limestone mining takes place, what kind of industry can be present? Cement industry. Yeah, cement industries as well. With respect to this, with respect to the minerals, the important ones are antimony ore and rock salt. Very rarely it has been found in other parts of India. And the last topic within Himachal Pradesh, tribes. Gaddis, Gadda, Gaddi becomes the major tribe in Himachal Pradesh, and we discussed about Gaddi in the last class itself. Right? Gaddi is the major tribe in Himachal Pradesh. We discussed about Gaddi in the last class. And shall I move to the next one? Before that, in Baralachala Pass, even a couple of weeks before, there was been in newspaper that people started stopping the car inside the Atul tunnel, and they were dancing, and huge traffic took place. Right? Atul tunnel, Rohtang tunnel, which connects the Manali and Kelang. Manali and Kelang is connected by Rohtang tunnel, which is renamed into Atul tunnel. What is the utility of this particular one, sir? Before that, it is not possible for you to have mobility to Manali or Kelang regions throughout the year, because snowfall will take place and the snowfall will completely block the mountains, and you will not be having the accessibility for the roads and accessibility for connectivity. Now, because of the tunnel has been created, the longest tunnel, now you will be having accessibility all throughout the year. When you have accessibility, all forms of development is also possible. Mobilization of troops is also possible. People development, your requirement from movement from one place to another, all those can be done. Earlier it is Rohtang tunnel. The name is now Atul tunnel, which is opened recently. Right? It connects Manali and Kelang. Bakra, Baspa, and Naptas are the tributaries of Ravi? Question mark. It's a HEP of Ravi. I understand you guys work and then join the class, but please try to join on time. But I can also understand Atul tunnel. Atal, sorry, it's Atal. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, named after the earlier Prime Minister, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, not Atal tunnel. I'm sorry for that. No rock pass, rock salt, house salt, without ocean. Not necessary, ma'am. Always ocean has to be present to produce salt. You have the basic materials in the region also. Rock salt is a mineral. You have a parent material and you can produce rock salt. Evaporation takes place. Lagoon and Spiti regions, right? No, it's different from Himalayan pink rock salt. It's another category. Shall I move to the next one? Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand regions. we have 5 physiographic divisions. The northernmost region we call it as Trans-Himalayas. Trans-Himalayas. And then we have Great Himalayas. And then Middle Himalayas. Then Shivaliks. You'll be able to see this cut and small portion. The small portion at the southernmost region is called Terai. Trans-Himalayas, Great Himalayas, Middle Himalayas, Trans-Himalayas, Great Himalayas, Middle Himalayas, Shivaliks, Terai regions. One by one. Trans and Great Himalayas are completely snow-capped peaks. Trans and Great Himalayas are snow-capped peaks. And in Shivaliks, you will be able to see dunes. Dehradun. Dunes. Dunes means coarse gravel beds in the valleys are called dunes. Coarse gravel beds, BEDS. Coarse gravel beds in the valley regions are called dunes. You can see a large dunes as peculiar characteristic feature in Shivaliks in Uttarakhand regions. Coarse gravel beds in the valleys. The last one, Terai, moist region, plains, heavily cultivated. Moist regions, plains, and heavily cultivated. Trans-Himalayas will be at the northernmost tip, and then you have the Great Himalayas, and then the Middle Himalayas, and then the Shivalik Himalayas, and the last part is Terai. Trans and Great Himalayas are, this is the order, right? Trans and Great Himalayas, both are snow-capped peak. And in Shivaliks, dunes are characteristic features. Dunes are characteristic features. When you say dunes, it means coarse gravel beds will be present. Coarse gravel beds will be present. In the valley regions. Example is the Dehradun region. And then the Terai. Terai, moist, plains and heavily cultivated region. What about Middle Himalayas? If it has any peculiarity, we'll be able to say it. So this one is completely snowfall. This one has dunes. This one has plains. It's any mountainous range. People live there. It is both agriculture practice there. There will be large number of forests. Generic in manner. Right? We said with respect to Himachal Pradesh, 70% of the geographical area is forest. In case of Uttarakhand, 45% of the Uttarakhand region is forest. 45% of the Uttarakhand region is forest. But if you take Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, you will be able to see 3%, 4%, 5% of the geographical area is forest. Only that, not more. Why, sir? All those are Great Plain regions. You're in this side, Ganga, all its tributaries flows there. Plenty of fertile alluvial soil has been created. When they started settling itself during the times of civilization, long time ago itself, they would have been cleared all the forests and people would have settled and agriculture would have been practiced. But that is not the case with the Himachal or Uttarakhand regions, right? You have a large amount of forest. 45% of the area is forest. Shall I? Look into your, we'll be moving towards rivers, but before starting the rivers, 45 Ellen, 45. 45. With respect to the rivers, before going into the rivers, look into your physical map. You will be able to see 3 major glaciers there in Uttarakhand region. Gangotri Glacier, northwest to southeast, Gangotri Glacier. Then you will have Milan Glacier, M-I-L-A-N, Milan Glacier. And then you have Pindadri Glacier. Pindadri Glacier. Yes? You go one by one. We'll start with Yamuna. Yamunotri Glacier. Yamunotri Glacier. Bandar Punch Glacier. That's origin. Tones, you will be able to see that in the map of Uttarakhand. Tones is a major tributary of Yamuna. Tones is a major tributary of Yamuna. Right? Yamuna and Tones confluence near Dehradun, not in Dehradun, near Dehradun. Yamuna and Tones join together near Dehradun. Near Dehradun. Tones origin from Great Himalayas. Origin from Great Himalayas, tributary of Yamuna. Right. Next one, with respect to Ganga, multiple small streams merge together, and after a point of merging of two major streams, your Ganga will be formed, right? And just because the recent incident of unfortunate incident of a large disaster took place, it becomes even more prominent. So we will be discussing on all the small streams, its origin, and where it joins together. Your streams will be joined together, and they use a term called as Prayag when two rivers join together. We will be calling it as Prayag. So what we are going to do now is we'll make a tabular column, makes it easier. The stream, glacier, which is the origin point, and the Prayag. Right? We'll have first four, which will form one particular stream called as Alaknanda, and after that it will join with another stream called as Bhagirathi. After that it will be called as Ganga. We'll go one by one. Is this clear? The idea? The framework? Sri Lakshmi, would you please repeat the glaciers? Look into the map. Sri Lakshmi, if you are not having the map, it is Gangotri Glacier, Milan Glacier, M-I-L-A-N, Milan Glacier, and Pindadri Glacier, P-I-N-D-A-R-I, Pindadri Glacier. Shall I? Dhauli Ganga, first stream name, Dhauli Ganga, D-H-A-U-L-I, Dhauli Ganga, Deoban, we'll go to the next slide as well. Dhauli Ganga, Deoban, Vishnu Prayag, Dhauli Ganga has the origin in Deoban Glacier, and it connects with another stream two streams will be joining together to form Dhauli Ganga. Two streams will be joining to form Dhauli Ganga. The joining place is called Vishnu Prayag. Shall I? You have Pindar Glacier, Pindadri Glacier, Pindar Glacier, Karan Prayag, Karan, Karan. Shall I? Pindar Glacier, Karan Prayag. So the river name is Pindar and the glacier name is also Pindar. Third one, Nandagini. Nandagini, Nandagungtree and Nand Prayag. It joins in Vishnu Prayag to form that. It joins in Karan Prayag to form Pindar. It joins in Nand Prayag to form Nandagini. You got the idea, right? Yes. Shall I move to the next two? Copy. Mandangini, Chorabari, same name. Mandagini, Chorapari, Rudraprayag. Mandagini, Chorabari, Rudraprayag. This will be like this. This is your Rudraprayag. You have Alaknanda. This is your Dev Prayag. And after that, Ganga. The fifth one. Bhagirathi. So the above four, whatever we have seen, the above four rivers, what we have seen, right, are tributaries of Alaknanda. Are tributaries of Alaknanda. Alaknanda and Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. What's the difference between the two, sir? Because from the direction, you will get Bhagirathi first and then Alaknanda. It's BA, reverse alphabetical order. Join in Dev Prayag, Bhagirathi and Alaknanda. Bhagirathi and Alaknanda join in Dev Prayag to form Ganga. Bhagirathi and Alaknanda joins in Dev Prayag to form Ganga. Bhagirathi origin is Gangotri Glacier. Bhagirathi origin is Gangotri Glacier. Bhagirathi origin is Gangotri Glacier. Shall I? Further? Done? Clear? Shall I proceed? Yes. Thank you, Helen. Some major shrines in the regions. Shrine, Shrines, religious places or temples, whatever you call it as. Major shrines in the regions. Number 1, Gangotri Shrine. Gangotri Shrine. Gangotri Shrine near the source of Bhagirathi. What is the source of Bhagirathi? Gangotri Glacier, right? Gangotri Shrine near the source of Bhagirathi. The next one, Kedarnath Shrine. Kedarnath. Kedarnath Shrine near Mandagini Glacier, near the source of Mandagini. Near the source of Mandagini. Kedarnath near the source of Mandagini. Next one, Badrinath. Near the source of Alaknanda. Reindeer Alaknanda origins from there, right? Joins together and bring it. Alaknanda. And we have Aimkunt Sahib, which is a Sikh place of worship. Aimkunt Sahib, which is a Sikh place of worship, which is also located near Alaknanda. Badrinath, located near Alaknanda. Aimkunt Sahib, located near Alaknanda. Your Gangotri Shrine, Kedarnath Shrine, and Badrinath Shrines are places of Hindu worship. Aimkunt, K-U-N-T. Aimkunt Sahib is a place of Sikh worship. Right? Done with that, right? The 4 shrines. The next one, Jil Mil Jeel. It's a wetland. Jil Mil Jeel. It's a wetland on the banks of Ganga. Jil Mil Jeel on the banks of Ganga, near Haridwar region. Near Haridwar region. Known for the wildlife swamp deer, also called by the name Barasinga. Swamp deer, also called by the name Barasinga, called as swamp deer. Shall I move to the next one? Done with Ganga. The next one, Ram Ganga, R-A-M, Ram Ganga. Ram Ganga. Can you identify a tiger symbol in Uttarakhand region? In the political map? In a place called as Corbett, C-O-R-B-E-T-T, Corbett. Just above the tiger's symbol or just above the Corbett, you will be able to see the river Ram Ganga. Yes. River Ram Ganga flows through Corbett National Park. River Ram Ganga flows through Corbett National Park. Origin of Ram Ganga, Dudatoli range. Origin of Ram Ganga, Dudatoli range, which is the highest range in Middle Himalayas. Which is the highest range in Middle Himalayas. There is a river called as Kosi, Kosi, in Uttarakhand, which is not in the map. River Kosi. We have another river, the same name, River Kosi in Bihar. This one is a tributary of Ganga, right? River Kosi is a tributary of Ganga that flows through Jim Corbett National Park too. It flows through Jim Corbett National Park. Origin same, Dudatoli range. So both Ganga and River Kosi has same origin and flows through Jim Corbett National Park. Shall I? Further? In the boundary of Nepal-India region, you will be able to identify a river name called as Kali. Also goes by the name Mahakali. Mahakali is the name in Uttarakhand regions. Sorry, Mahakali is the name in Nepal regions. Kali is the name in Uttarakhand regions. Further down, they call it as Kali Ganga. And when we go to UP, we'll again see another name for the same river. So multiple names will come for it. So remember that it's called Mahakali in Nepal, Kali in Uttarakhand. Further south of Uttarakhand, southern part of the Uttarakhand regions, it is called as Kali Ganga. Kali Ganga. Kali Ganga. Is a Terai region, no? There it is called as River Sharda. Multiple names. River Sharda in Terai region. Kali is a dispute between India and Nepal. It's a transboundary river between India and Nepal, and it's also a river of dispute between India and Nepal. Kali is a transboundary river between, transboundary means more than one country, right? Transboundary river between India and Nepal. And it's also disputed between India and Nepal. Origin of Kali itself is disputed. So I don't have an answer for the origin of Kali or the source of Kali, right? And Kali is known for tourist attraction because of water rafting. This is not available in the map, so take it down. Gori Ganga. Gori, G-O-R-I, Gori Ganga, which is a tributary of Kali. Gori Ganga, tributary of Kali. Origin, Milan Glacier. Origin, Milan Glacier. Done with the rivers. Just look into your map. You'll be able to see Bhagirathi, Alaknanda, Bhagirathi, Alaknanda. Yes, both will be joining. After that, it joins, it will be Ganga. You'll be able to see Pindar, Ram Ganga, Kali. Yes. one thing I can feel is most of you are not seeing the map, maybe because you're in the workplaces or something of that sort. But after the class, when you start preparing, when you go back again to the preparation, right? It is because you are in the workplace and you cannot carry the map and there are some technical issues. It's fine, but when you start preparing, look into the map. Without you seeing the map, without you observing the map, some questions cannot be answered. Right? That's the only request. Jim Corbett spelling. I saw in the map it's actually Jim Corbett National Park. Map la போடலைங்க நான் என்னங்க பண்ண முடியும். They did not give it in the map. Jim Corbett National Park. Origin of Aim Kun Sahib near Alaknanda, Vamshi. Shall I? Move to the next one. Next subtopic. And we discussed about the shrines, right? And that's over with respect to it. And again, some more religious places. We'll take the places of importance. Badrinath is a Vishnu temple. Kedarnath will be Shiva. Yeah, Badrinath is a Vishnu temple. Kedarnath is a Shiva temple. Rishikesh, yoga capital of world. Rishikesh, yoga capital of the world. I repeat again, Badrinath, Vishnu temple. Kedarnath, Shiva. Kedarnath, Shiva. Rishikesh, yoga capital. Next place. Haridwar is the place where Ganga enters into the plain. Haridwar, Ganga enters into the plain. Rishikesh again, Kumbh Mela takes place. Kumbh Mela. Ujjain, Rishikesh, Kumbh Mela takes place. Coming back again to Haridwar. Haridwar, Ganga enters the plain in Haridwar region. Haridwar has pharmaceutical industries. IT industry. Pharmaceutical industry, IT industry. Look into the map, you will be able to see a place called Dehradun. Yes, the capital of Uttarakhand. Above Dehradun, Mussoorie. All your struggles were there only, no? Labasna, Lal Bahadur Shastri for Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy for Administration. கண்ணு நான் வெளில வந்துருச்சு ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா போயிட்டு இருக்கா போலையா சரி மறுபடியும் ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்கா அதே லாகின் ஆயிடுச்சு ஓகே கோஸ்டா சரி என்ன பேசிட்டு இருந்தேன் முசோரி லால் பகதூர் சாஸ்திரி நேஷனல் அகாடமி ஃபார் அட்மினிஸ்ட்ரேஷன் போர்டு மட்டும் வை நான் வந்து போயிட்டு போர்டு மட்டும் இவன் ஓதறிலாம் நான் ஊற்ற முடியாது Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy for Administration. Below Mussoorie, you will be able to see Dehradun, Indian Military Academy, IMA. Kama. IGNFA, Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy. Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy. Indian Forest Service officers get training there. IMA, Indian Military Academy, Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, FRI, Forest Research Institute, Forest Research Institute. Next one, Survey of India, SI, Survey of India. Next one, Forest Survey of India, FSI. Forest Survey of India. Next one, Wildlife Institute of India, Wildlife Institute of India. Next one, Indian Institute of Remote Sensing, Indian Institute of Remote Sensing. All these are located in Dehradun. Indian Military Academy, Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, Forest Research Institute, Wildlife Institute of India, Survey of India, Forest Survey of India, Indian Institute of Remote Sensing. All these are located in Dehradun region. Sri Lakshmi S, IT industry and pharmaceutical industry in Haridwar. Shall I? With respect to Uttarakhand, not just Uttarakhand, entire your Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh regions, Himachal Pradesh, but Uttarakhand is even more vulnerable to disasters. 2012, we saw the floods. We have seen flash floods. There will be a huge Shiva statue. Yeah, up to the neck of the statue, the water will be flowing there during the times of flash floods that took place. Now again, with respect to the avalanche that has been taking place. Why, sir? Engfold mountains. Your Himalayas just emerged, and compared to the other mountain systems of the world, these are young mountains, Engfold mountains. Himalayas are Engfold mountains. 1, 2, steep slopes. Steep slopes. Trans Himalayas and Great Himalayas, snow-capped peaks, extreme climatic conditions exist there. Trans Himalayas and Great Himalayas, snow-capped peaks, extreme climatic conditions exist there. So what? Glaciers are available. So what? Avalanche-like disasters can take place. Glacier burst can take place. We'll go into GLOF, avalanches, glacier burst when we discuss about the technical ones of Indian geography. We'll just know these are taking place there. More than sufficient, right? We'll again discuss that again further, right? And when glaciers melt, below the glaciers, there will be a large amount of sediments will be there. And these, when there is a plant and there is a root, they will be anchoring to the soil and erosion will be less. These soils have been overburdened by the glaciers, right? So there is no possibility of any plants or trees will be available. When the glaciers has melted, the sediments are now open. And because of the gravity, because of the slope, there's a possibility of landslide can take place. Exposure of sediments followed by the melting of glaciers. Exposure of sediments followed by the melting of glaciers. And entire region is also prone to earthquakes, high seismicity. Prone to earthquakes, right? Most earthquake prone region within the country. And every year you will be able to see landslide, forest fire, flash floods, avalanches also takes place there. Becomes highly disaster prone region. There are multiple newspapers. You might have read about it. Newspapers, articles would have came after the disaster took place. And some said, no, it is not because of dam. No, it is not because of road. It is not. Steep slope, ma'am, Engfold mountain, glaciers are melting, And if you do deforestation in the region, it's common sense. So deforestation, dam construction, unplanned urbanization, unregulated tourism. Sir, how come unplanned urbanization and unregulated tourism becomes a major picture? Because of your unplanned urbanization, you cut the regions, deforestation will take place. Wherever possible, you will be doing with respect to the urban development will be taking place. And that can result in instability of the soil surfaces in the steep slope regions. So landslides can take place. Unregulated tourism, take an example. I think I told you or not, I don't know, I'll repeat it if I've said even. Ladakh's entire population is close to something around 2.7 lakh, 2.75 lakh, something around 2.8 lakhs maybe. 2 years before, the tourists that visited Ladakh only in one particular season, right, the tourist season is 3 lakh. So more than the native population, tourists have been coming. And that will be increased next year. COVID, population would have been reduced. But again, when it is open, then again population will increase. So only for a shorter duration, say 2 months or 3 months, you will have a large amount of population. For that population to settle there for 5 days or 10 days, whatever may be that, you will have to create infrastructure. So land has to be cleared, residential building has to be created, water has to be extracted, firewood, and all those materials will be coming into the picture. You don't regulate the tourism. Never you would have come across, ma'am, only 10 people are allowed on this day to Ooty region, 5 people to Kodaikanal region, 50 people to Shimla, 100 people to Kufri. We go like a swarm of bee, swarm of locusts, destroy the region, come back as a swarm of locusts. Always we do that, right? Always remember, dams, deforestation plays a major role with respect to inducing the disaster. The region is disaster prone. If you do development, then unplanned development, it induces further. And moving into the next one, protected areas, Jim Corbett National Park. And yaro video visible island kettirukanga. பார்க்கலையா? பதில் சொல்லுங்க இப்போ. உங்களுக்கு மெசேஜ் பண்ண மாட்டேன்றாங்களா? It's fine, it's fine. See, the rest of the people are saying it's fine, Kishore, so please check at your side, right? Kumbh Mela takes place in Rishikesh. And protected areas, Jim Corbett National Park, oldest national park in India. Oldest national park in India. First tiger reserve in India, Jim Corbett National Park, oldest national park in India, first tiger reserve in India. Take page number 37, or the title of the map name is India Biogeographic Regions, Wildlife and Wetlands. You will be able to see Corbett, which is Jim Corbett. Tiger, oldest. Yes, you'll be able to see Corbett, which is the oldest national park, first tiger reserve in the country. Jim Corbett, it has been created on the to give us a homage to Jim Corbett, one of the renowned conservationists. So on his name it has been created, and you will be able to see the other ones. We already discussed where the Gangotri Glacier is available. In the same place, Gangotri National Park will be there, and below Gangotri, you will be able to see, if you jump to the political map. You'll be able to see Gangotri. Below Gangotri, you will be able to see Kedarnath, north to south. Gangotri will be at the top, Kedarnath will be below, alphabetical order. In Gangotri, we have Gangotri National Park. In Kedarnath, we have Kedarnath Wildlife Sanctuary. Go back to the page again. India biogeographic regions, wildlife and wetlands. You will be able to see a green circle in Uttarakhand, 2 green circles. One is Nanda Devi, another one is Valley of Flowers National Park. One is Nanda Devi National Park, another one is Valley of Flowers National Park. Both together are UNESCO Heritage Site. Both together, Nanda Devi National Park and Valley of Flowers National Park, both together are UNESCO Heritage Site. Yes. In Valley of Flowers National Park, if you go during the times of the blooming season, you will be able to see the entire valley will be filled with alpine flowers. Entire valley will be filled with alpine flowers, so it is called as Valley of Flowers National Park. Sir, what do you mean by alpine? Vegetation are above 4,000 meters elevation, we will be calling it as alpine vegetation. Present above 4,000 meters elevation. Nandri. A vegetation above 4,000 meters elevation will be called as alpine vegetation. Right? And in case of Gangotri National Park, Kedarnath National Park, Nanda Devi National Park, Valley of Flowers National Park, all the places you have snow leopard population. All the places you have snow leopard population. The major tribe is Taru. We also discussed about Bhotia, right? What did we discuss about Bhotia, Gaddi, Gujjars, Bagarwals? Transhuman tribes, also called by the name nomadism, pastoralism. Summers they will be in the mountain tops, winters they will be in the valley. They carry the livestock, they take the livestock between the permanent fixed pastures. Gujjars, Bagarwals, Gaddi and Bhotias are the 4 transhuman tribes in India. The major tribe is Taru, and then we also have Bhotia. Done with respect to Uttarakhand. Any doubts? Or we'll move to Uttar Pradesh. Had one more point. Haridwar has cement industries also. Haridwar has cement industry. And okay, I'll just add 2 more points, nothing more than that, and after that we'll take a break. Right? Haridwar has cement industry. Except the Jim Corbett National Park, all other national parks and wildlife sanctuaries we discussed as snow leopard population. All national parks except Jim Corbett, all the ones we discussed above on the northern side as snow leopard population, because they are present in the Great Himalayas and Trans Himalayas. Snow-capped peaks, snow leopards will be present. Corbett is present in the Shivalik regions. You don't have snow-covered regions. Snow leopards are not present in the region, right? And Haridwar cement industry. You can find a place called as Pittorgarh in the border towards Nepal regions, closer towards the Nepal regions. You will be able to find in the center part of Uttarakhand, in the border towards the Nepal, you will be able to find a place called as Pittorgarh. Yes. Magnesite industry, Magnesite, Magnesite. Uttarakhand is the second leading producer. Second leading producer of magnesite in the country. Pittorgarh is known for magnesite production. Yes, shall I further? The last point. Closer towards Devprayag and Rudraprayag, you will be able to see a place called as Pauri. P-A-U-R-I, Pauri. You have a large number of ghost villages in Pauri. So what do you mean by ghost villages? People abandon the villages because of lack of employment opportunities, growth, income. People leave the entire village. It's like entire village will be left, right? And they move to in search of employment opportunities to the Dehradun regions or Haridwar regions or even Delhi regions. They move away, far away. Migration will take place. Sir, it's not one villages. You go to Pauri district, you will be able to see many number of such villages have been completely abandoned and moved to the other urban areas in search of employment opportunities. And such villages which are abandoned are called ghost villages. Rudrapur is automobile area. Oh, I didn't know. Thank you. And there anything? Can we say collision of continental thrust of Indian and Eurasian plate as a reason for vulnerability? Supriya, yes. That is the basis for your, because of your plate subduction took place, your Tethys Seas has been converted into a mountain. So Engfold Mountain started because of the subduction. And because of subduction has been taking place, the region is unstable in manner and zone of seismicity takes place. Earthquake prone regions takes place because of that. So yes, you're right, ma'am. We will be discussing that again much in when we go for the technicalities, right? And Ranjita, Taru is the major tribe, and in the last class we discussed about another tribe which follows transhumans, and that is Bhotia. Taru is the major tribe. Right? Take a 5 minutes break. 7:39. Come by 7:45. We'll again start the next one. Shall we? What is the difference between national park, wildlife sanctuary, and biosphere reserve? Be much detailed discussing about this by your environment faculty, as the question has been asked, right? The National Park and Wildlife Sanctuaries are provisions created by Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Biosphere Reserve is a concept given by UNESCO. That's a first major difference. So one is an international concept, Biosphere Reserve. National Park and Wildlife Sanctuaries are national concept created by the Act, Wildlife Protection Act 1972. And within National Park and Wildlife Sanctuary, the difference between National Park and Wildlife Sanctuaries, National Park, there can be some books, some magazines even come up with some tabular columns and say that this much area has to be there, these many species has to be there. Nothing of that sort, right? The policy paper clearly says no such definitions, no such differences. And there are national parks smaller than a wildlife sanctuary, and there are multiple wildlife sanctuaries larger than the national parks as well. Right? No such differences. If you say national park, that has higher significance of protection, higher grade of protection. What do you mean by higher grade of protection? Grazing is not allowed, felling is not allowed, human population settlement is not allowed. We'll discuss human population slightly later, right? Grazing is not allowed, fellings is not allowed, right? With respect to wildlife sanctuaries, grazing will be allowed, some amount of artificial structures. Even for management, inside a national park, you cannot create any structures like a guest house cannot be created, an inspection place cannot be created, a check post cannot be created, a watchtower cannot be created inside a national park. No such provision, no changes can be made in a national park. So higher degree of protection will be available. But in case of wildlife sanctuary, for your management purposes, administration purposes, you can do some amount of structures. One, grazing is prohibited in national park. Grazing is regulated in wildlife sanctuary. That's what the policy paper says. Grazing is prohibited in national park. Grazing is regulated in wildlife sanctuary. But post 1980s, nowhere you are allowing the grazing. Unless and otherwise, the tribes have the right to do the grazing. No other places you are allowing the grazing. And coming to the human habituation, inside the forest, law, according to the law, human habituation is not allowed. But never they have been pushed out forcefully. Voluntary relocations have been conducted. Also, after 2006, Ministry of Tribal Affairs brought in another act, which is Forest Rights Act 2006, which came in 2006, which gave them the right of land, title right of the land, which they have been living for. So that goes with respect to contest between Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change and the Ministry of Tribal Affairs. So human population settlement, we don't go deeper. This will be the difference between the two. And Akash, sir, no protected areas in Himachal. I think there might be some technical errors, or you might have not got actually what it has been discussed, or we're doing some other work. We discussed about Nanda Devi, we discussed about Valley of Flowers, we discussed about Jim Corbett, we discussed about Gangotri National Park, we discussed about, yeah, all those things have been there. Right? We discussed close to 6. So we'll be stepping into the next one. Before that, we'll see Delhi and then we'll go to Uttarakhand. Delhi, UNESCO Heritage Site. 3 UNESCO Heritage Sites in Delhi. One is Qutub Complex. Qutub Complex. Red Fort. Mayan tomb. Mayan tomb. These are the 3 UNESCO heritage sites in Delhi. And with respect to the physiography of Delhi, you have Yamuna River, which flows in Delhi region. We also have another river, which is called as Hindon River, which flows in Delhi. Yamuna River and Hindon, which flows in Delhi region. Delhi is prone to earthquakes. Delhi is prone to earthquakes. Needless to say, you will be knowing about the Delhi is highly polluted in terms of air pollution. Delhi transport as the world largest fleet of CNG buses. World largest fleet of CNG buses. Compressed natural gas. Delhi transport as the world largest fleet, FLEET, fleet of CNG buses. Second in slum population in India. Greater Mumbai has the largest slum population, followed by Delhi, followed by Kolkata. Yes. World largest fleet of CNG buses. Second in Greater Mumbai has the largest slum population, followed by Delhi, followed by Kolkata. Let's step into Uttar Pradesh. Look into the political and physical map of Uttar Pradesh. Yes, shall we? The major part, there are three major parts with respect to Uttar Pradesh. North and south of Uttar Pradesh. Northernmost tip of Uttar Pradesh, which forms a boundary with Nepal, and southernmost tip of Uttar Pradesh, which forms a boundary with Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Forest. The rest of the time places is alluvial plains. Northernmost region, forest. Southernmost region is again forest. The rest of the region will be alluvial plains. Shall I? The northernmost regions, you will have Himalayas, the northernmost regions from Uttarakhand towards the Nepal regions, right? The northernmost regions, you will be having the Himalayas, and the terrain varies from 300 meters elevation to 5,000 meters elevations. Terrain varies from, just the number is for your understanding, not for memory, right? So you will have a lower one and also the higher one, and this is only a smaller area, right? Rugged terrain has been present. Himalayas, varied and rugged terrain has been present. Varied and rugged terrain has been present. Region is called as Babar Terai region. Babar and Terai region. This is with respect to the north. The southern region, what will be available? Have we seen any plateaus while discussing Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh regions? And we said that the plateaus are also spread across the region to Uttar Pradesh. Bundelkhand Plateau, Baghelkhand Plateau. Look into the physical map, you will be able to see some amount of pale yellowish ones in the Uttar Pradesh areas, in the southern boundaries of Uttar Pradesh regions, which is adjoining with Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh. Bundelkhand Plateau, Baghelkhand Plateau, Vindhyan Scarplands. So you will have the plateaus of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh forming adjoining borders in Uttar Pradesh. So north and south, northernmost tip and southernmost tip, you have forest, and all other regions you will have alluvial plains, Gangetic plains. Then, and with respect to Ganga, the tributaries of Gangas which is available in from the southern side is already been discussed. Chambal, Sindh, Betua, Ken, Tones, Son, Hyam, all those entire stretch has been discussed, right? So only the other stretch has to be discussed. Yamuna has already been the origin and the mouth has been discussed. So Yamuna, Chambal, Sindh, Betua, Ken, Tones, Sons has been there. On the northernmost side of Yamuna, Ganga river has to be discussed. Only those part we'll be discussing, and we will try to discuss. We are going to discuss not just restricting ourselves to Uttar Pradesh. We'll see the entire Ganga, so it becomes easier. So when we start tomorrow Bihar, we won't see any of the rivers there, right? Shall I? We'll go with, we already discussed about Kali. It's also called as Magakali, Kali Ganga. And in Terai region, it will be called as Sharda or Sarda. SHARDA is also being used. SARDA is also being used. Sharda, Sarda, all those names have been used. We'll go one by one. What is not being discussed alone will be discussed now, right? Number one, Yamuna merges with Ganga. Yamuna merges with Ganga in Prayagraj. The earlier name of Prayagraj is Halagabad, right? And we already discussed Prayag means rivers confluencing place will be called as Prayag. Prayagraj, Ganga, Yamuna joins Ganga. But mythologically speaking, they say Triveni Sangamam, 3 rivers join, which is your Saraswati. Right? So when they say Triveni Sangamam, it is 3, but on reality, we have only 2 rivers today. The joins is Ganga and Yamuna joins together. And Prayagraj, Kumbh Mela takes place. Kumbh Mela takes place in Prayagraj. The blue is your Ganga. This is Sarda, Kali, Komati, Gandak, Kagar, Kosi. Rivers, we'll go one by one. The order we will be taking it, right? Gomadi, Kagar, Gandak. Gomadi, origin, Gomattal. Gomadi, origin, Gomat, Tal. We already discussed Tal is a lake. Gomadi, origin, Gomat Tal, in a place called Pilbit. Pilibhit. Can you identify the tiger symbol in the map, Dudwa? To the left hand side of Pilbit, to the left hand side of Dudwa, you will be able to see Pilbit. Arjun Gomadi Tal in Pilibhit. Joins Ganga in Varanasi. Joins Ganga in Varanasi. We already finished the Kali, Ram Ganga, all those things. So we are straight away, Ram Ganga, Sharda or Kali has already been discussed. So we stepped into Gomati straight away, right? Joins Ganga in Varanasi. The next one, Gagara, GHA. You can see that in the map as well. Gagara. Gagara. GHA. GHARA. Gagara. Origin, Tibetan Plateau. Origin, Tibetan Plateau. It joins Kali or Sharda in India. It joins Kali or Sharda in India. You can see that clearly in your physical map. Gagra will be coming from Tibet, and then after Tibet, Nepal, and then it will be entering into India. Your Kali, Sharda will be flowing in Awadh plains, and then at one point your Gagra and Sharda will be joining in Uttar Pradesh, and after that it will flow as Sharda. Yes. Gagra joins Ganga in Bihar. Gagra joins Ganga in Bihar. Sarayu, Sarayu, Sarayu is a tributary of Sharda. After Gagra and Sharda joins, Sarayu will be formed. After Gagra and Sharda joins, Sarayu will be formed. In the map, it is being given as Sarju. It is given as Sarju. Sarayu. Yes. The next river. Gandak. They are following an order from the west to east. Right. Gagra. Then we have Gandak. Origin Nepal. Tibet border. Origin in Nepal and Tibet border. Tributary of Ganga. Tributary of Ganga. And then the major river is Kosi, Kosi, Kosi. You can see in Nepal part of the map, it has been written as Saptakosi, S-A-P-T, Saptakosi. But in India, it will be written as Kosi. 7 tributaries joined together to form Kosi. So it is called as Saptakosi in Nepal and Kosi in India, Kosi. Kosi, origin in Tibet. Flows in Tibet, Nepal and India. Flows in Tibet, Nepal and India. Sorrow of Bihar. Sorrow of Bihar. And we already discussed when you say sorrow, it is flooding takes place. So we call them as sorrow of Bihar. Sorrow of Bihar. Kosi is also known for shifting of river belt. Kosi is also known for shifting of river course. Kosi is also known for shifting of river course. Coming back to I missed it, right? So going back to the northwesternmost direction again. On the tip of Uttar Pradesh, you will be able to see a place called as Saharanpur. In the political map, the tip of Uttar Pradesh, you will be able to see a place called as Saharanpur. That is a place of origin for Hindan River, Hindon. We discussed that in Delhi, no? Hindan. Hindan origin from Saharanpur district. Hindan origin from Saharanpur district. Meets or joins Yamuna at Noida. Joins Yamuna at Noida. joins Yamuna at Noida. Indon Air Base, Air Force Base. Indon Air Force Base is located in the banks of river Hindon in Ghaziabad. Indon Air Force Base is located in the banks of river Hindon in Ghaziabad. Moving towards next subtopic, places of interest. We'll move from north to south. Sahranpur, paper industry. Sahranpur, paper industry. Also known for wood crafting. Paper industry, also known for wood crafting. Around Delhi, you will be able to identify Meerut, M-W-E-R-U-T, Meerut. Meerut scissors has GI tag. Meerut scissors has GI tag. And below Delhi, you will be able to see Noida and Ghaziabad. Noida, Ghaziabad. Automobile industry, IT industry, Noida, Ghaziabad. Automobile industry, IT industry. Ghaziabad is also known for glass, GLASS, glass industry. Ghaziabad is also known for glass industry. To the right hand side of Ghaziabad, you'll be able to identify a place called Moradabad. Moradabad. Electronic waste industries are located there. Electronic waste industries located in Moradabad. Moradabad is also known for metal crafting. Metal crafting, electronic waste industry, metal crafting, biryani, Moradabad biryani. Below Noida, coming down below Noida on the borders region itself, you will be able to identify a place called as Mathura. Mathura. Petrochemical refineries are located in Mathura. We already discussed wherever a petrochemical refineries are located, associated industries of fertilizer industries, synthetic textiles, plastic industries can also be located. Mathura, petrochemical refineries. Below Mathura, Agra. You know what is Agra famous for, right? Apart from the Taj Mahal, Agra also has leather industry, bangles. Agra is known for leather, bangle. To the right of Agra, Mathura, petrochemical refinery, Agra, leather and bangle. To the right of Agra, Firozabad. Firozabad. Glass industry, GALS, glass, GLASS, glass industries, glass as GA tag, Firozabad glass. Firozabad glass as GA tags. Firozabat glasses, GI tags. To the right of Firozabad, you will be able to identify a place called as Kannauj, K-A-N-N-A-U-J. K-A-N-N-U-J, Kannauj. Perfume capital of India. Kannauj, perfume capital of India. Below Kannauj, you will be able to see Kanpur. K-A-N-P-U-R, Kanpur. K-A-N-P-U-R, Kanpur. To the right of Kanpur, you will also be able to see Unnao, U-N-N-A-O. Unnao, U-N-N-A-O. Both are known for leather industries. Kanpur, Unnao, both are known for leather industry. Kanpur is also known for saddle, S-A-D-D-L-E, saddle. On the people who ride the horse, on the top of the horse, they will have a seat, made of leather. That is called a saddle, S-A-D-D-L-E. So they make saddles there. Kanpur is known for manufacturing of saddlery, S-A-D-D-L-E-R-Y, manufacturing of saddlery. Kanpur, saddle and saddlery. From Kanpur, you come south east direction, you will be able to see Prayagraj in updated versions of your map, or the earlier versions of map. You will be able to see Allahabad, which is now called as Prayagraj. Yamuna and Ganga joins together. Kumbh Mela takes place. We already discussed that, right? Keep Allahabad there. We will discuss, continue there. But before that, above Unnao, you will be able to see Lucknow. Above Unnao, you will be able to see Lucknow. Lucknow is known for textiles. Lucknow is known for textiles. Known for textiles. Also known for cheek and craft, CHI. Lucknow is also known for cheek and craft, CHI, KAN, chicken craft, embroidery. It's also known for cheek and craft, embroidery. And to the east of Lucknow, the place is located. It may or may not be in your map. Write it down. Jagdishpur, 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 known for iron and steel industry. Iron and steel industry. And further east, if you come, you will be able to identify a place called as Gorakhpur. Gorakhpur, Gorakhpur. From Lucknow, you come eastern direction. To the right of Lucknow, you come, you'll be able to identify a place called as Gorakhpur, railway headquarters. Now go to identify the Prayagraj or Allahabad. To the right hand side direction of Allahabad or Prayagraj, you will be able to identify Varanasi, Banaras silk sarees, famous for Banaras silk sarees, and Banaras silk sarees as GI tag. Varanasi, famous for Banaras silk sarees, it has GI tag. If you come south from Varanasi, you'll be able to identify a place called as Renukut, R-E-N-U-K-U-T, Renukut, R-E-N-U-K-U-T, Renukut, aluminum industry. Renukut, aluminum industry. Apart from this, the state is known for cement industry and fertilizer industry. State is known for cement industry and fertilizer industry. Right? Is it fine if we finish the class 15 minutes earlier? I'm not keeping well. And from the start of the class, it's going on the roll. Doesn't make sense to fully. Shall I? Is it fine? We finish today by 8:15. Just 15 minutes. Yeah, thank you. And one question, thank you. It's just tired, nothing more. Please tell the plateaus in UP once again. There is no plateaus, especially in UP. The plateaus of Madhya Pradesh, the also extended to UP. A slight portion of the plateaus of Madhya Pradesh are extended to UP. So if you recollect, we saw the plateaus of Madhya Pradesh. You'll be able to remember that Vindhyan Scar Plains, then Bundelkhand will come. Actually, Rewa Plateau will come, then Baghelkhand will come. All these plateaus, Indian Scar Plains, Bundelkhand, Baghelkhand, all these three plateaus will be extending to UP, the southernmost tip of UP, right? And could you repeat about Jagdishpur and Gorakhpur? Jagdishpur is known for iron and steel. Iron and steel. Gorakhpur is known for railway headquarters. Kishore, please go ahead. 2 doubts. Kanuj is the capital of perfume industry, perfume capital of India. And UP is, there are many, not famous. You cannot say the word famous. That gives a different meaning. There are many cement and fertilizer industries available in UP. So you cannot say one particular area, right? What did you say about biosphere reserves after the break? We have seen with respect to the biosphere reserves. Is it fine if you please can look into the video? Will it be fine? Sindhya Ashok. If it is fine, can you please look into the video? First 2 minutes of Himachal Pradesh. We spoke about the physiography of Himachal Pradesh, nothing more. Thank you. We're ending the sessions and we will see tomorrow.